ways to help sell your house quickly. At Jessup Premium Storage, our family-owned company provides a convenient and secure building for all of your storage needs. We now offer outdoor covered parking for that antique car, boat, or RV. Due to our recent expansion, we offer units that range in size from as small as a bedroom closet to as big as a one-car garage. All of our units are inside and climate controlled with 24-hour access and security. Our leases run month to month, so you're not locked into a long-term commitment, giving you the flexibility to move your belongings out the minute you purchase your new home. Stop by today or give us a call, 530-8003. That's 530-8003. Jessup Premium Storage.
They're cool, clean, and secure.
Good morning. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO-FM in Jessup, 105.5 on your FM dial. 4 minutes after 8 o'clock on this Wednesday morning, 17th day of February. Going to be sunny today. Good-looking day today. High today near 68 degrees. Currently, we have 44 degrees here in southeast Georgia. The Audubon Harbor Bell's 11.4 feet and falling. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear, Jessup Premium Storage out here on the Waycross Highway, and also brought to you by Parker Insurance and Realty located on Macon Street in downtown Jessup. And Bob, we got a couple of special guests in this morning.
Yeah, Chastity Geiger and Edwin Davis in. I guess they're here to talk about it. Just hand me a flyer. A Wayne Community Health Fair. Is that right, Doc?
That's right. We're excited to be here. Thank y'all for having us here. Me and Chastity, are excited about this event. Wayne Community Health Fair is something that we're putting on March 5th, Saturday, March 5th from 10 to 2. It's a Unity Church of God. We've done several health fairs in the past with great turnout, anywhere from 1,500 to 2,500 people, Bob. And we're looking for a great turnout this time as well. The sponsors for the event are Heartland Hospice and Advanced Healthcare Center. But we have several companies, businesses, healthcare related and safety related that's going to be at the event, and as vendors, all kind of services, food, fun. We want the whole community to come in and take part of this free health fair. And so, Chastity is here this morning. She's going to tell you a little bit about her story and some of the things she's found, her being a PA in dermatology and her experience there. But me as a chiropractor and owning a healthcare facility with medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, massage and acupuncture at Advanced Healthcare Center. We're going to do spinal screenings. We're going to be doing some little mini massages, which everybody enjoys. It's hard to get them off the table once you get them on. But they enjoy that. We're going to have a lot of acupuncture. Acupuncture is also going to be there with Leona. Leona Harder's excellent. She's a doctor of Oriental medicine. She's going to be doing a little taster, so to speak. That's the word I was looking for as far as what acupuncture is about. And of course, the medical staff will be talking about how to take care of themselves medically, home health, to take care of themselves there, to stay healthy, and wellness. And that's a big push. So, we're excited about the event. We got 30 to 35 vendors so far, and this thing's growing. By numbers every day, we've got more people calling in. We have approximately 35 so far. This is the third health fair since 2011. And, so we're trying to do this annually. We're trying to find the right time. We've tried it in November before, had excellent turnouts then, but we wanted to change the date, do it in springtime and see how to turn out. So this is a new time for doing it, and if it works well, we'll be doing it yearly.
Okay, it's the Wayne Community Health Fair coming up on Saturday, March 5th. It's absolutely free. Right now you have over 35 vendors there. And when we say vendors, it's all kinds of type of folks, but especially healthcare professionals, right?
That's right. We'll also have a safety there as well. And I'm giving you a quick rundown.
The Safe Kids.
Yes, go ahead.
I was
Go ahead,
telling Dr. Davis that that's really important from a
parental perspective, because I have two small children, and you would be astounded, and I can't give you the exact quote, but the Sheriff's Department, I'm sure, could rattle it off, but there are a tremendous amount of injuries that children sustain that could be prevented very easily by installing a car seat correctly.
Right.
So just because you have instructions that the car seat gives you when you buy the car seat and walk out to Walmart and think you're well equipped as a new parent to put a car seat in correctly, it takes just a minute. Come by. I encourage anybody, mom, dad, grandparents, come by. It just takes a second. They can make sure it's installed correctly, and that could make the difference if you are in a vehicular crash, that your child's going to be safe when that happens. So, and then we'll have other demos out there. The Sheriff's Department's doing fingerprinting also as part of the Safe Kids. Unfortunately, child abduction is on the rise too. I'm kind of like the Debbie Downer of the talk, aren't I? But that's extremely important. It takes 2 seconds. Have your child's fingers printed for kid safety, so that it's much easier to. If that anything unfortunate ever happens to your family, that could be one of the big keys in helping bring them back safely.
Correct.
And again, that's something very quick that you can do. I was going to talk briefly about the kids will have bounce houses, the fire truck to look at. Children love seeing safety officers, talking to them, looking at the police cars, etc. So that'll be something that the kids are always entertained. In the grassy area behind the gym, there's tons of entertainment for the children, so that's good, clean, free fun that you can have on a Saturday with your children.
Right, and while you're getting the information there together, let folks know that you can text in a question or comment for Dr. Davis or Chastity at 912-427-3711, 912-427-3711 for questions or comments about the Wayne Community Health Fair coming up on Saturday, March 5th in the gymnasium and surrounding grounds there at Unity Church of God. Go ahead, Chastity.
So one of the things that we've offered in the last several years, Dr. Davis has been very generous enough to include us in these community health fairs, is skin cancer screening. And that's something that's thankfully easily done because it's something we do visually.
Right.
I have actually found at least one melanoma every year that I've done this screening, which is huge. When you're talking about saving a life,
right,
because of finding a malignant melanoma, that's the deadliest kind of skin cancer, and it's on the rise. It's increasing at a higher rate than basal cell or squamous cell skin cancer. So we live in South Georgia. We're exposed every day, lots of sun. So not only do we do the skin cancer screenings, but we also provide, and there will be in your goodie bag that you'll get this year if you come to the health fair, you'll get lots of nice sunscreen samples, some pop-up fans, stuff about sun safety. So in addition to some of the preventative health and wellness that Dr. Davis is doing with his office, we also want to encourage patients to be aware of sun safety as well, because skin cancer is the #1 cancer of all right, types of cancer.
Okay.
And the most preventable.
And you did talk about the goodie bag there. I know that I've been to each one of these health fairs, and when you go around to the different tables with the health care folks or the vendors, you get a lot of free stuff to take with you.
Nice free stuff.
Nice free stuff, and I love nice free stuff. There's going to be free food, free fun, door prizes, screens, community education for the entire family, Wayne Community Health Fair, and there's nothing more important than your health. And you're going to have a whole bunch of health experts there, and you can get all this advice and information free.
Absolutely. And yeah, and some, like you was talking about, Butch, some of the screenings that's offered, just to go a little deeper, is blood pressure screenings. Blood pressure, high blood pressure is called the silent killer. A lot of folks walk around with high blood pressure. They don't know about it, and the first symptoms they get is a stroke, and they end up at the hospital. Then you've got a catastrophic event going on. If we've taken people's blood pressure, some of these screenings, it would be 230 over 120, which is emergency room type stuff. That's where they should be. They don't know about it. So some of them get symptoms, headaches, some other things that they may put off on something else, and it's very important to get that checked.
So it's going to be blood pressure screenings, skin screenings. Person just sent in a question here. What health screenings are going to be available at this event?
No, that's great, and I'm homing in on that. Hemoglobin checks, blood hemoglobin, we're checking that. Bone density, we'll be checking that as well. Oxygen checks, which is pulse ox, spinal checks, chiropractic screenings, pulse readings, pH balance test, chair massage, blood sugar, skin screenings, hearing checks, and much more. And again, we're still having vendors call, so there'll be more
between now and March 5th, yeah.
Now, we'll also put in that we're having the WOW Mobile from Brunswick, from the Brunswick Hospital is also going to be there.
Now, what's the WOW Mobile?
They have all kind of stuff in there.
All kinds of stuff
they have
for screenings
info
and stuff.
On mammograms, and they also do bone density screenings inside the actual mobile. You know,
now, what's a pH balance?
Mobile.
What's a pH balance? Am I a swimming pool? Do I got to check my pH balance or what?
Well, pH balance is there's different types of with health. You want the normal pH in your body somewhere around 7.4.
Okay.
If your balance gets off one way or the other, acidic or alkaline, it can affect your health.
Okay.
There's diets that help control that. It's more important with some people with underlying disease.
Like diabetes.
Right, such as diabetes and things of that nature. So it ties into some other things. But then there's also people that home in on just pH balance, and they think that, obviously carries out to being healthier overall,
right.
Whether you got a disease already diagnosed.
But that's one of the screenings that's going to be going on there along with all the other ones, right?
Right. To get, and what they do is check your pH there and then tell you how to get
How do you
your
check
pH
someone's pH?
balance.
Do you have a litmus strip that you put on your hand?
There's different ways of doing it. You can check it. Actually, there's several
ways you can check it. Okay, all right. Well, we'll find out when you get there.
No, there's actually, you can, hair analysis is one way of doing it. They also, you can check it with urine. There are several ways to do it. They also have a litmus test they can put on your finger through the screen.
Oh, that was right. Litmus test. Okay.
Right.
All right. So all that'll be going on there at this free health screening.
And I'm not sure exactly how this vendor is going to do it. So I don't promise someone something how they're going to do it. But there's different ways of checking your pH.
But with each screening, you have lots of volunteers there that are there to answer questions. So not only are you going to get the screening, but you're going to get the educational information behind the screening. So there will be somebody there to explain bone density, to explain why it's important to get a skin screening, to explain why us women should have mammograms. And we'll have things posted on statistics of breast cancer, or how pH balance affects your overall health and wellness, because that's at the cellular level. So your body runs, just not to go too in depth about the pH, but that's one thing that's essential to keep in check for, like Dr. Davis said, overall wellness. I wanted to give a quick shout out.
Go ahead, Jesse.
To Vibrant Living Acupuncture and Wellness and Leona as one of our great sponsors for this event. You guys, thank you very much for having us on and for always supporting this event and helping us get the word out. And Proforma Graphics for doing these fantastic flyers to inform the community about this event. So these flyers will be distributed throughout the community and different businesses to get the word out, again, to let people know about this event. So thank you guys so much for always being there for the community. That's what makes Jessup and Wayne County great, is people like you guys.
Well, thank you so much. Chastity Geiger, PA, with DeBretta Dermatology here this morning. Dr. Edwin Davis from Advanced Healthcare Center here this morning, talking about the Wayne Community Health Fair coming up on Saturday, March 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the gymnasium there at Unity Church of God and the surrounding grounds. There's going to be 35 to 40 vendors there, a lot of health screenings, a lot of health information given out, a lot of doctors and PAs and RNs there to ask. They can answer any of your questions that you may have, and it's all free. And once again, nothing's more important than your health. So instead of, it's just like having a smorgasbord and stuff right there in one gym, where you can go around and get all kinds of free health screenings and information to make sure that we're leading a healthy life.
And like Chassie was saying earlier, safety is critical. Um, me raising 3 children, you know, I hate to admit it, but I've put a car seat in and been in a big hurry, and you just kind of slap it in the best way you can.
Mm-hmm.
And when you go from one vehicle to the next, it's very confusing sometimes how to put it in. So you just put it in the best way you can and you go on, but that's not the right way to do it.
And you'll have folks there that know how to correctly install these car seats to show the parents how to do it, right?
Absolutely. And also we've got notification that AirVac will be there.
Which is awesome for adults and children.
Oh, AirVac's great.
Yeah, with the helicopter, people love that. They usually get to go in there and sit inside the helicopter and meet the pilot, things of that nature. So they've committed to be there.
And we talked about maybe a rollover simulator as well, so that'd be good for our teens to come out and witness why safe driving habits are so important.
Once again, if you have any questions or comments for Dr. Davis or Chastity, you can text us at 912-427-3711, 912-427-3711. Chastity, go ahead.
I was going to throw out a few more statistics.
Sure.
I'll be the statistician today.
All righty.
Because it's coming up on prom season, tanning bed use skyrockets right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to put a brief little plug in to support any of our salons or individuals that do spray tans, and to try and please limit the indoor tanning use. It has become one of the #1 risk factors for women specifically between the ages of 20 and 25. It more than some estimates are double, some estimates are triple, depending on what information you're using, the risk of developing melanoma in that person's lifetime. So if you start tanning bed use at 13, 14, 15 years old, and continue that for years, it drastically increases risk of melanoma. Now, again, melanoma is the kind of skin cancer that has the potential to metastasize to the brain, the liver, the lung,
right,
and ultimately be deadly. So please, spray tans have come a long way. You don't have to look like an orange blossom these days to have a nice spray tan. They look great and last quite a while. So if I could just, because it's prom season, if I could just encourage people and parents. I have 2 girls, so I would implore the parents of these girls that are getting ready for prom, please think about your child's safety. You're ultimately responsible for your children's health and well-being, and so just please keep that in mind this year.
Yeah, I really don't understand why folks do that. Because when you learn about what being out in the sun without protection, or being in a tanning bed, it's not the safe way to get a tan. Okay, it's not the safe way to get a tan when you learn all about it. And once you learn about it and you talk to dermatologists like you, and you figure, well, it's not bad to be a little pale, You don't have to, you don't have to have that dark tan to be attractive, and you can tell folks when they get into their 40s if they've done a lot of tanning beds or a lot of tanning when they were teenagers or in their 20s. Right. Because when they're in their 40s, they look like folks in their 50s or 60s. Yeah.
Correct. I have patients coming in every day and say, I just wish that my mom and my dad knew that I was supposed to wear sunscreen, and I wish that I hadn't laid in the tanning bed or used baby oil and iodine for all those years, because once the sun damage is there, it truly is irreversible.
Right.
I mean, for the most part, there are a few things that we can do, but once the sunspots and the sun damage and the leathery skin is there, it's pretty much there to stay. Right. And I've taken a melanoma off of an 18-year-old girl that had just tanned the year before just for prom, was not a big tanning bed user, wasn't one to go out on the beach and cook and lay out. And she came in with a suspicious place on her thigh, and it ended up being melanoma at 18 years of age.
Wow.
So melanoma doesn't discriminate as far as age.
Right. All right, so that's just one of the screenings that'll be going on there at this Wayne Community Health Fair. Will be the screens. Chastity and folks will be doing that to check you out, and it's free. You just sit there, and they'll just take a look at you and say, all right, you're fine to go, or you might want to take a look at that. So Saturday, March 5th, Coming up this Saturday, March 5th, the Wayne Community Health Fair. It's free from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the gymnasium at Unity Church of God and surrounding grounds. All kinds of health vendors will be there and safety vendors and other folks will be there. Tons of free stuff, tons of free information. You can talk to the doctors, you can talk to the health professionals, and you don't have to worry about bringing your insurance card out to just talk to them, okay? They're going to be there just to help you out.
Yeah,
Dr. Davis?
And when we, like you said earlier, Butch, and we were talking about the goodie bags, they have all kind of stuff in there. I mean,
I love
stuff
those
you
goodie
care
bags.
about. Oh yeah, it's got all kind of goodies. I use some of the stuff. It's great. Pens, all kinds of stuff that you can use at home. And you know, there's going to be door prizes. So when you go around to these vendors, usually we have it set up where if you visit each vendor and you sign that you've been to each booth, you put in a drawing for a bigger prize.
Right.
And those are always nice. We do that. So the goodie bags are great. And, you know, again, like Chastity said earlier, when you have bounce houses and things like that for kids to do, and also we're going to have food.
Yep.
Free food.
We're going to have free food. We don't know the whole menu yet, but we're obviously hot dogs and hamburgers and
There's usually
soft drinks
popcorn
are great.
and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And popcorn and things of that nature. So we'll have some food there. It's going to be excellent. That way, the parents, the grandparents, all the folks that bring the kids there, some of them don't have a babysitter, so they say, well, I can't make it. It's too much of a handful. They'll want to come.
Yeah.
And we've been blessed with great weather in the last few years.
it's always been sunny and
Knock
nice.
on wood.
Yeah.
I heard y'all talking about weather before the show. But hopefully we'll have great weather. We anticipate that. And since it's 10 to 2, usually that's a good time.
Yeah, 10 to 2 o'clock on that Saturday. We have another comment that came here, a question came in via text is, if he or she, whatever it is, if I want to be a vendor or need more information about the Wayne Community Health Fair, who can I call?
Well, for more information, we got 2 numbers to call. Heartland Hospice, which is Carrie Starling, and her number is 912-427-3163. That's 912-427-3163. That's Carrie. Or Advanced Healthcare Center at 912-427-8433. And you want to speak with Leona.
Okay, Leona, when you call Advanced Healthcare.
Leona with Advanced Healthcare, and it's 912-427-8433. Remember also, this is on Facebook, Wayne Community Health Fair on Facebook, so there's a big page for that. You can go to it, look at it, sign up, say where you're going, maybe or no, whatever. You can learn more about it on there. We'll be putting more on that. May put it on Twitter, some more social media. And so you can also go on there and look for more information. But call Advanced Healthcare Center or Heartland Hospice, and we can definitely get you on board as a vendor. The more the merrier. No one's turned down. Everyone's invited. We'll make room for you. So.
All right, Bob, questions, comments, anything for Chastity or Dr. Davis?
Like they mentioned, it's always well attended, so looking forward to it. Like I said, the good thing is, as you mentioned, it's free, and like I said, you can have these screenings, and if they do detect something, they can advise you to go seek your doctors, you know, things like that. That's what's good about it. A lot of people fear going to doctors. They don't like doctors. This is just a easy walk up, have a screening, and like I said, they could detect something and advise you that you maybe go to see a doctor. So they're always well attended. Like I said, there's blood pressure screenings are very important. Like I said, a lot of people walk around and don't even know they have high blood pressure. So
Absolutely.
So again, that's the great thing about it. Just go get checked out. It's it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And like I said, it's very important that you have these screenings. So it's just a great service. Like I said, like I mentioned, they're just always well attended. I mean, people come from Long County, Appleton County. I mean, they come from all over for these free health screenings, and that's why you have close to 2,000, 3,000 people show up. So come on out. It should be fun. Like I said, the time's good, 10 to 2, and good location, Unity Church of God, big place. So looking forward to it. Just hats off to all these people who don't make the time to do it, too, because you're taking time out of your busy schedule. And like I said, all these are health professionals, so they could charge you. The fact that they offer the free screenings is just a tip of the cap to those people to provide this for the Wayne County community.
And they're giving back. And that's
yes.
That's what we want to do, is give back. And so many vendors out there giving back and spending their time and doing this and giving back to the community. and that shows we appreciate all the folks in this community and the surrounding counties. Like you say, Bob, we have a lot of folks that come in from there, other vendors that come from there, such as the Wild Mobile and all that. They volunteer to do this. They come in to help us out. We welcome with open arms because some of us do go other places outside the community, but that's, it is for a Wayne Community Health Fair, but still, everyone here is invited, but we don't turn down anybody right outside the community as well.
Anybody
because
can
it
come in.
reaches out.
And unfortunately, not everybody is well insured. A lot of people
Right.
still don't have insurance, or they're underinsured. And this is a fantastic way if somebody does have a specific concern, or they just don't know and they don't have the funds or the means to be able to go for a regular primary care checkup. Please, I encourage you to come. Not knowing is not the best thing.
Yeah.
So
Ignorance is
come.
not bliss.
Correct. So
Absolutely.
come, even if you are no insurance or have insurance, just come get screened.
That's
and
right. Doesn't matter because it's all free. We do have another question here. You are going to have the kids area set up with the bounce houses and things of that sort. Anybody there to watch the kids while the parents walk around, or are you just going to have to watch your kids? Or what's
We'll have someone, so one of the chaperones that will be there that will be looking out at each one of those bounce houses to
Okay.
make sure. And I say bounce houses, there's going to be some other kids' activities there, but we know we have 2 bounce houses right now that's been committed. There may be more. Again, the last 2 or 3 weeks, things get crazy. More and more vendors are calling, getting in.
And we'll have a more
Really
accurate
follows up.
list. I think we'll probably try and touch base with you guys.
Yeah,
Maybe not a whole 30-minute deal,
No,
but
we'll have
we'll
you
come
back on the
back
show
and
again because you'll have more information at that time too.
and
So we'll
give
have you
more
back on the show.
specifics. And if somebody else has another question, just know that you can
Anybody that
contact
puts
us.
our logo on a nice, slick looking,
It does look nice.
yeah, this flyer here can come on the show anytime. You got the big dog 105.5. Looks like a pin that you put on your lapel there, the round one that's on our website, and then the world famous Butch and Bob Show logo there that Jonathan came up with. It looks really
I
good.
love that.
Yeah, that is nice. So,
That's
Wayne
great.
County Community Health Fair coming up on Saturday, March 5th. It's free, FREE. The screenings are free. Free stuff, free time to talk with doctors and health professionals, free food and door prizes and all kinds of good stuff and fun and food and everything else. And it's community education for the entire family. And just hats off to you, Advanced Healthcare Center, Dr. Davis and Chastity there at DeBretta Terminology for putting all this together, and with the other folks, and putting on this health fair. We're going to be probably, for the time it's over, with close to 50 vendors, because right now you're 35, and I'm sure
Yeah,
a lot of folks would
Yeah,
jump
we've
on.
had over 50 easily in the past, Butch. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
And
not at all.
you're right. We do want to come back the week before the event. We want to come back and just refresh everyone about what we got, update the vendors,
Right.
and any new folks that's added. So
Okay.
I appreciate that. And yeah, we thank y'all, Big Dog Country. I do want to say
Okay.
that, but world famous Butch and Bob, I notice is red, white, and black. And it's not yellow, white, and black. So
Well,
I
Jonathan did
wonder how
that.
to influence some putting
I
that
don't know.
together.
Jonathan did that, so but we know. We just appreciate the bulldog and falcon colors there.
See, I wasn't going to go there, but he did.
He did. All right. Chastity Geiger in here from DePreda Dermatology and Dr. Edwin Davis from Advanced Healthcare Center talking about the Wayne Community Health Fair coming up on Saturday, March 5th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Y'all have a good day, okay?
Thank you.
All right. 105.5.